Starting at guard, 5'8", junior, number 5, Noah Lyons. Starting at forward, assistant sophomore, number 10, Brayden Goodell. Starting at forward, assistant guard senior, 11, Texas Cabot. And starting at forward for the Wolves, assistant guard senior, number 20, White Ray. The Wolves are coached by head coach Scotty Pennington, assistant by Jason Johnson. Now Panther fans, this week the starter for you, Kevin Panther. Starting at guard, assistant senior, number 0, Brandon Wilson. Starting at guard, assistant senior, number 4, Raekwon Winnigan. Starting at guard, assistant senior, number 5, Parker Gray. Starting at guard, 5'10" senior, number 12, Maddox Gibson. Starting on the inside of the Panthers, assistant senior, number 23, Andrew Thompson. Head coach of your Panthers, Troy Campbell. Assistant by Jonah Perkins. Your officials for Game Grade, Mr. Barry Winnigan, Mr. Kenny Brooks, and Mr. Richard Hamm. It's time for tip-off.
Good evening and welcome back to our Panther broadcast. Commentating for you tonight, I'm Ben Ryder as your play-by-play. And as your color, we've got Gavin Mahoney. Gavin, what do you think about that last game from the Panthers?
Brandon Wilson did have a ton of threes for them, ending the game with around 17 points. And I'm hoping he is still hot this game from 3. And again, Parker Gray getting over 10 points. I think he got about 15. He did pretty good as well.
Yeah, and speaking of the Panthers doing well, they are on a 2-game win streak, hoping to win this one, making it 3 going into this next Cabot Classic game for tomorrow. We have Andrew Thompson at the tip-off for him here. It looks like they're going to go ahead and lose that one, unfortunately, but that's all right. Now, getting the ball for him here, I believe that's number 0 for him, Palmer. Looks like his sister, can't assume everything, but there is another Palmer on the Lake Hamilton ladies. So we have Palmer with the ball still at the top of the key with Brandon Wilson on him. Palmer's going to call a play action here. Cabot Panthers bench hyping up the defense here. He's going to take a contested 3 over Brandon Wilson, and that's good for a nice first 3 points of the game.
Now, same as a girls' game, it does start out 3-0, and now get a steal from number 0.
Yeah, it looks like he is maybe going to be their main offensive coordinator here tonight, as he does get that 3-pointer and then immediately shows his hustle on the other side of the court, the other side of the coin, you could say. He gets an immediate steal, getting a possession for Lake Hamilton. We have number 5 for Lake Hamilton, that's Easter, passing it into Palmer. So that's going to go to number 11, which is Hurley.
Now Cabot has the ball here, Raekwon passing it in. Parker is ready. Middle of the court taking his time. It is a 3-0 start. Open to score off his possession now.
Okay, I have the right roster now. Number 0 for him is Easter, as we have Cabot with the ball here. Andrew going to pass that out to the top for Raekwon, down to the left for Wilson as it ends up in Maddox's hands in the left corner. Back to Thompson at the top of the key. Nice ball movement here from the boys. Maddox is going to fake a little drive there as he passes it back out to the left corner for Raekwon. He is going to be getting pressed as it goes to Parker at the top for a 3-pointer, and that's good. Nothing but net.
Here we go, Parker showing him what he got. After they make a 3, he got one right back. Easter dribbling up, taking his time. Maddox is going to meet him there.
That's Lyles with the ball here, passing it to number 11, Davenport, as it ends up to number 10 in the paint. Excuse me, that's number 20 in the paint. That's going to be Ray getting that 2 points for him. Excuse me, he did not convert that 2 points. Maddox is fighting for the ball offensive here as Andrew gets it and he's driving in the paint. He's going to miss that one. It looks like that's going to be Lake Hamilton's ball here. We have Davenport inbounding the ball to Easter. Excuse me, Easter.
That is an offensive personal foul by Andrew, shoving off his opponents. Refs did not like that one. A little stiff arm action. Now we have Lake Hamilton dribbling up the court. Maddox picking him up.
Looks like Lyles is going to have a wide open jump shot there. Andrew can't get to the defensive spot in time. That's good for 2.
I will say Andrew did get up there. I thought he was going to block that one. He was doing pretty good.
Yeah, he does have amazing reach and wingspan whenever he jumps in the sky like that. It's going to be Maddox on the right wing with the screen from Wilson. He's going to pass that back to Wilson with number 5 on him. That's Lyles. He's going to drive over Lyles with a nice kick to the left corner for a Raekwon three-pointer. That's off just barely with Parker jumping high to get that offensive rebound, but it's swept out of his hands by number 10, Goodall. Looks like Lake Hamilton is going to have a drive with Easter here trying to go up with it, but that's going to be no good as Raekwon gets that defensive rebound, passing it up to court to Parker. Going up for 2 there. That's no good as well. Brandon Wilson trying to get the offensive tip there, but he misses that shot.
Yeah, bad sequence of events right there for them.
It's Davenport with the ball now, passing it to Easter. Easter is going to slow the offense down for him here. He's going to see what he can get. It's going to be number 10 with the ball now. It's Goodall, and he's going to pass that down to the corner for Lyle. Lyles is going to have Maddox on him as he has a little spin move. Going to pass that to number 20 for him. That's going to be swatted away. Good defense from Cabot there as it ends up in Davenport's hands. It's going to be Easter with the ball at the top of the key, and that's the end of the shot clock there. Coach is very confused as to why he was just standing there with the ball.
Yeah, it didn't look like he knew what was going on. It's Victor Easter there. So we have Parker passing the ball to Raekwon. What a good defensive possession by them just a second ago.
It is going to be Raekwon dribbling the ball up here for the Cabot Panthers. He's going to have Davenport on him off the screen from Brandon Wilson. It's going to end up in Andrew's hands at the top as he hands it off to Parker. Parker's going to have a nice little up and over as he drives in to kick it out to the right corner for Maddox Jensen. Three-pointer, and that's good.
Open 3 right there. 6-5 to start this game off.
Yeah, and we're seeing Cabot connecting these wide open looks. Amazing start to this offense tonight as we have Easter for Lake Hamilton dribbling the ball up the court here very slowly. It's going to get that to Davenport, back to Easter's hands, and it's going to end up in Ray down to Lyles' hands. Going to go to Easter at the top. He's going to have Wilson on him as he passes it down to Ray, back to Lyles again. They're moving this ball around very much here. It's going to end up in Ray's hands. He's going to pass that back to Easter at the top. He's going to take a contested three-pointer over Maddox there, and he's going to miss that one with Parker getting the rebound.
Got Brandon Wilson dribbling up the court. Fast pass out to Maddox.
It's going to go back to Brandon on the right wing, though, and it's going to be Andrew with number 20 on him, Ray. It's going to go back in Brandon Wilson's hands. He's going to have Goodall on him, try to drive, try to kick it to the paint for Andrew. It's going to be plucked away by Ray. It's going to be Easter dribbling up the court here on the transition for a nice 2-point off the glass.
Yeah, he's going to look like he's going to be their main dribbler, main scorer, probably the best player on that team for them.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. He has the ball in his hand more than anyone else on this team as we have Parker passing the ball around to Wilson, back to Parker's hands. Looks like he's going to be getting double teamed as he passes it to Wilson down to Andrew in the paint. Andrew's going to pass that to the left wing down to the top for Parker, three-pointer. That one's off just barely as Raekwon fights for that offensive rebound, but it's no good as Goodall gets it, passing it to Easter, dribbling up the court. He's going to get that to the left wing for Lyles, and he's going to drive in, fake going up with the pass, driving all around, kind of trying to herd Cabot's defense here as it ends up in Easter's hands at the logo. Easter is definitely more of a take your time and think about your action as he gets it to the right corner for a Lyles three-pointer, and that's no good.
They're calling a foul there, so yeah, they're calling a push. So Cabot will get the ball with Parker passing it in. Looks like Raekwon's going to be dribbling up the court.
Yeah, we're seeing some very good things for the future of this game here by the Cabot Panthers. Definitely very good offense and defense here as we have Parker passing it to Maddox on the left wing. He's going to try to get that to the paint for Andrew, and that's going to be swatted away by Lake Hamilton. Cabot's going to retain this offensive possession. Let's hope that we can see Cabot continue to connect these wide open shots that they've been doing so far. They've been doing great so far in the beginning of this first quarter. They've got 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. The score is 6-7. We got Brandon Wilson at the top of the key here, passing it to Andrew in the paint once again. They're trying to get the ball in his hands, but Lake Hamilton is just not letting it happen as we have Easter with the ball, dribbling it up, passing the half-court line now, and he hands that off to Lyles. Noah Lyles is going to get that to Easter. And Easter is going to get that to Davenport, down to the right corner for Goodall, back to Easter's hands in the paint. Pound dribble, trying to go up over Andrew. It looks like that's not going to be good enough defense. Can't get to the spot in time. It's going to be a foul. Easter's hitting 2 free throws here.
No, I can't lie. I did not see where he got touched. Looked like both defenders that were guarding him had hands straight up, but he is getting free throws here. And I think he has 5 of their 7 points, and the other 2 points coming from his assist, so he is definitely going to be their main scorer.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. He's definitely showing his shiftiness as well. Definitely having no problem handling the ball here as he makes that first free throw. Cabot's definitely got some very good on-ball defenders here, though. As he makes that second one, looks like Andrew's going to inbound that to Raekwon. He's going to go ahead and hand that off to Parker. Parker is going to slow his roll here a little bit. We're still seeing him with a brace on his left foot there, his left ankle. So maybe he's not at 100% coming into this game, but he's still showing some great things as he passes it to Maddox on the right wing back to Parker's hands. Parker's going to get that to Raekwon on the right corner. He's going to drive out, passing it to Maddox down to the right wing for Parker. Parker's going to drive in, going up for a nice little floater for 2, missing that one, getting the offensive rebound, going back up for 2, missing that one as he gets rebounded by Ray.
Now, Lake Hamilton are playing a very obvious zone defense here, and it is working as every time someone gets the ball, they are trapping him with 3 defenders. Hopefully the Panthers can figure something out before this game gets too far out of hand.
Yeah, that is nice pick from Andrew. As Noah Lyles tries to get it to the paint, Andrew's going to pick that one off on the transition, trying to get his 2 points there. He's going to miss that one. He will be getting 2 free throws here, though, off the foul.
Hoping to convert these to make it an 8-9 game.
And that's Andrew Thomas. I mean, he's just great on every single side of the court, defense and offense. You can set him anywhere on the court, and he'll do amazing things. And, you know, as we can see earlier in this season, he was just on a hot streak, having a double-double almost every single game. We're hoping we can see some of that spark come out of him tonight again, as he's going to go ahead and make that first free throw for him.
Now the rest of the Panthers are down, waiting for them to get this rebound or possession after he makes or misses his free throw. Makes that one. Now it is 8-9. That's what we like to see. Panthers down 1.
It is not a very common thing to see anyone on the Cabot Panthers missing their free throws. They usually convert them almost every single time that they're at the line. It looks like Noah Lyles is going to try to get that to Easter at the top. He's going to have a nice little Michael Jordan shimmy there, almost trying to get a fadeaway 2 there. He's going to miss that one, rebounded by Goodall, though, with the offensive 2. And that one's going to be good off the offensive rebound. Parker is going to be passing that half-court line right about, yelling a play call as it ends up in Brandon Wilson's hands on the right wing. He's going to get that to Raekwon on the right corner. Looks like Brandon Wilson's going to have it at the right wing, back to Raekwon on the corner. He's driving in now on a defender. They're going to call that one a foul. He's getting 2 free throws here.
And I'm sure that's what he likes to see. That's just what he wanted, driving in the paint, make with the contact, and getting the foul.
That was a foul on number 11 for Lake Hamilton Davenport. It looks like we're not seeing a lot of substitutions yet in this first quarter, but Maddox is going to go and talk to his assistant coach.
And a little draft in the arena now as he airballs that first free throw. I'm sure that is not what he wants to see.
Yeah, maybe you go to shoot the free throw and your leg starts itching or something. Any small distraction could cause that to happen. Let's see what happened on the second free throw for Raekwon.
Misses that one too. Not good start for him this game.
Yeah, it's definitely not what we like to see, but that's all right. I'm sure he'll make up for it. Coming in off of this first quarter, we have 22 seconds left, and it's going to be 8-11. That's going to be a turnover on Lake Hamilton. Cabot's possession.
They're calling timeout. The defense was pretty good there for Cabot, so they called timeout before anything happened.
Excuse me, that was not a turnover. I thought he had maybe a backcourt violation, maybe stayed behind the backcourt a little too long, because Cabot is implementing that zone here. As you could see, they were not even letting him get past the half-court line there, making him consider passing the ball up and maybe risking a turnover. Cabot is definitely going to try to have an amazing defensive set here, as they are in 3-point deficit. With the rest of this time in the first quarter, they could still make anything happen. They just need 1 3, and they just need to have amazing defense coming out of this timeout.
As their huddle break in here, I'm sure they have something to fix their offense, as Lake Hamilton is doing pretty good on defense, stopping him though. Lake Hamilton with the ball, number 5 for them, passing it in.
It is going to be Noah Lyles passing in the ball. Looks like Easter is going to get that inbound pass. And Easter, once again, is going to slow the game down. He definitely likes to take his time and consider all of the actions he has. There is 13 seconds left in this first quarter. It's a 3-point deficit still for the Cabot Panthers. Looks like he's getting double teamed at the top of the key. He's going to try to get around Maddox, showing that speed to the right corner for number 1, Stecker. And it's going to be a 3-point attempt from Easter. Once again, he's going to miss that one off the front iron.
At the end of the first quarter, it is 8 for the Panthers and 11 for Lake Hamilton.
And you know, I was wondering where I heard Noah Lyles for, but I was just reminded Noah Lyles, Olympic track runner, 100 meter Olympic gold medal actually. And I mean, that's just what a crazy coincidence. Number 5 on Lake Hamilton shares the exact same name. That is going to be 8 Panthers, though, going back to Cabot basketball. 8 Panthers, 11 Wolves. And what do you think that Cabot is going to change with their offense here? Because they are looking a little cold. They looked a little hot for the first 4 minutes of this game, converting all their open looks. We usually don't see that for the first quarter. What do you think they're going to do coming into the second quarter, Gavin?
Hopefully more threes. I haven't seen a whole bunch of threes made, and we are down 3 actually. So hoping to get a little bit more threes. They are pressing pretty well, but they are with their zone. How they're doing it is when someone gets the ball, they have 3 people trapping on him. We're passing, and they're going back to that. So if we have a couple seconds to get a shot off quick, so if we can get an open 3 right there, catch and shoot 3, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, and just like you said, their little zone defense that they're playing on Cabot here is really kind of making Cabot's offense crack under pressure, because this is just, they're trapping them not even at the half court. They're trapping them the whole way down, making them think more than twice about their action that they're going to do. I mean, if they drive, there's someone in the paint on them, and if they take a 3-point, there's 2 people on them for the 3. So let's hope that Cabot can break through this defense that Lake Hamilton has. It's looking very strong and sturdy.
Now we have Raekwon passing to Parker to start this quarter off.
He's going to have Noah Lyles on him as he hands it off to Brandon Wilson, down to Raekwon on the left wing. Raekwon's going to pick up his dribble, trying to get it to Parker, but he's not going to make it as it gets picked off by Ray. It's going to be passed up to Noah Lyles at the top, down to Easter. Easter is once again going to slow his roll. Maybe take this game a little slower, listen to some words from his coach.
Yeah, he definitely has a different play style than others. He gets the ball, stays about half-court line. He just sits there until something happens.
He's calling motion here as he passes it back to Noah Lyles. He gets it to the right corner for number 1, Evan Stecker. He's going to pass that back to Noah Lyles with a handoff from Easter. They have 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They've wasted a lot of it as Easter tries to drive in, but Raekwon's going to just kind of take that away, like taking candy from a baby almost, as Parker drives in from transition, getting a nice little right wing pass to Brandon Wilson. 3-pointer, that's good, as he hits a little shush emote on the crowd.
Now that's looking good. Now we know that he can shoot these threes. He was hot last time from 3. Converting to this game, it's going to look like that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm sure he feels very comfortable in that position, taking that 3-pointer, and I mean, he just shows the aura almost, shushing the crowd after he makes that one. Like, this is just an everyday thing for him, as we have Ray in the paint trying to get over Andrew, and looks like he will convert those 2 points over Andrew.
Now Parker dribbling up, taking his time. It is 11-13. Panthers down 2. He's going to take his time to set up the play.
Parker is going to be double teamed again, once again at the top of the key. Just going to pass that down to Brandon Wilson at the left wing, passing it to Andrew in the paint. He's going to try to go on the 2 defenders. That's going to be no good.
That one is swatted out, so Panthers should maintain the ball. And now, of course, they can't see it in the moment as well as we can out here, but it looks like he should have passed. I look about 2 or 3 people were open on the 3-point there. That is with their defense. With their zone, they're all trapping. So as there's 3 people on 1 person, there's 2 people going to be open at all times.
Yeah, and I got to agree with you there, but also Andrew Thomas is a demon for Cabot. I mean, honestly, going over 2 people in the paint is not something crazy to see from him. He is an excellent converter in the paint. As Cabot is passing this ball around for a Maddox 3-pointer at the top of the key, he's going to miss that one, though.
That one is barely off. But that is exactly what I was talking about. They kept passing it around, defense getting on people, and then 2 people open on the 3, so they had an open shot.
That is going to be Lake Hamilton passing the half-court line with Ray at the top of the key, passing it to Easter. They are really have a slower play style, as Goodall has a little Euro step into the paint, blocked by Parker Gray. Amazing defense as Goodall, that's Stecker for Lake Hamilton, trying to get a 3-point there, and he's going to miss that one.
Parker's slowing it down now, but what a swat by him. After that block, getting on the person shooting the three and making sure he doesn't make that either. What a play by Parker Gray.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. I mean, that's just Parker. He's got a brace on his left leg, and he's just showing that athleticism, jumping like that is showing that amazing vertical and athleticism, blocking that shot. Looks like Brandon Wilson tried to get it to Raekwon there, and it was plucked away by Noah Lyles. Lake Hamilton is going to have that offensive possession with Easter passing the ball in here.
Raekwon is going to get a foul right there so the other two people can check in. We have Isaac Hegarty and Max Scott checking in for Maddox Jensen and Raekwon.
Yeah, and let's see if we can see Isaac Haggerty maybe hopefully have something of a breakout game here, because we haven't seen him be doing too amazingly here. Let's see if he can score some big numbers here in this game for us tonight, as well as Max Scott, our sophomore, on the floor right now. We have Noah Lyles passing it to Easter at the top. It's going to be passed to Ray in the top. Looks like he's going to trip on his own feet. I'm not sure what the refs are going to call there, but Lake Hamilton is going to retain that possession.
They did call a kickball on somebody. I think they're calling that one on Isaac Hegarty. Not sure if I saw it, but I'm sure they did better than me. So Lake Hamilton will get the ball. And Isaac Hegarty, in my opinion, one of our best ball handlers on the team, but he just can't get any points this season. Hopefully he can convert some big this game.
Yeah, I've got to agree with you there. Isaac Haggerty definitely is one of the better dribblers. Definitely shows amazing ball handle skills, like he has it on a string almost every game. We've got Ray on the left corner for us as he tries to drive over Andrew once again. That one's going to be no good. Perfect defense from Andrew. Looks like they're going to call that one a foul. He tried to jump over Andrew, it looked almost. Definitely not allowed to do that, almost putting his whole body weight on him. Brandon Wilson calling a play call here, passing it into Isaac Haggerty.
Isaac Haggerty dribbling up now. We have number 0, their best player, guarding him.
Looks like Isaac is going to pass that to Parker Gray as he goes back to Isaac at the top. And Isaac's going to hit that to Parker. Looks like he's going to have 3 defenders on him here as he passes it to Isaac at the top. Down to the left wing for Brandon Wilson, three-pointer, and that one's off just barely. Offensive rebound by Max Scott, and Parker was hustling for it as well. Looks like he swatted it away, and I'm not... The coach... Okay, that was confusion from the refs there. The ref said that it was Lake Hamilton's offensive ball, but looks like Cabot is going to retain that possession, which is what I thought should have happened.
Yeah, honestly, not sure exactly what the call was, but Cabot has the ball, so it doesn't matter.
Just great Panther hustle from Max Scott and Parker, both fighting for that offensive rebound. They're going to retain that possession as it goes to Isaac Haggerty. He's going to get that to the left corner for Parker Gray. Three-pointer, that's good.
Another celebration there with another 3. Panthers do have the lead by 1, and with the defense that Lake Hamilton has, they are forcing Cabot to shoot 3s. That is not a problem for us. We have that 3 locked.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of these three-pointer shot by our team tonight. We usually don't see them shoot so many 3 points a game, but we're seeing them convert them tonight. As we have Lake Hamilton struggling to get an open man. Cabot is playing very good defense here on him. You have Stecker on the right driving over Max Scott, and Parker Gray having 2 defenders on him. He doesn't know where to put the ball at, as that's going to be trying. He's going to try to get it to Goodall. Looks like it's going to be swatted out of bounds by Brandon Wilson. Lake Hamilton is going to retain that possession.
Yeah, that is right, Ben. That is good defense. Good defense by the Panthers all game. We're up by 1.
With only 4 seconds left on the shot clock for Lake Hamilton, I'm not sure they could make a lot happen here as Easter tries to get that ball up, and that's no good.
That is a shot clock violation. Brandon Wilson dribbling up the court now. Amazing defense by the Panthers.
I agree with you there, Gavin. It's just amazing defense as Isaac Haggerty has the ball on the right wing. Nice pass to Max Scott on the left corner, straight to his head. It's going to be Andrew in the paint, passing it back to the left corner for Max Scott. Three-pointer, that's good.
And the Panthers are hot from that corner. They have shot a lot and made a lot from that corner. 17-13 now. The three-point game for the Panthers is on fire.
Looks like Lake Hamilton is going to call a timeout there, and I'm not sure if everybody knows watching this, but they actually did replace the nets before this game, and they might have to replace it again because they are lacing these threes here. I mean, that rim and net is just on fire from the Cabot Panthers three-point line. They're converting, shooting an excellent field goal percentage tonight.
Yeah, it is definitely on fire. Now, for Cabot, we do have Andrew Thompson as one of our main scorers, but with this layout that Lake Hamilton has, he's not going to be a whole lot of a scorer because they have 3 people in the paint at almost all times. So they're going to have some more threes, which isn't quite his specialty, but that doesn't matter because we have many players. Brandon Wilson, Parker Gray, Max Max Scott, man, all of them players can shoot.
Yeah, and just like you're saying with that defense, Lake Hamilton's defense here tonight almost looks like they're moving as like one. They almost look like a hive mind. They've had all their team kind of surrounding the ball, almost with the formation, and then as soon as the ball is passed, they all just move over to the ball like a swarm of bees almost, just not letting anybody think about their next move. We're going to see Noah Lyles with the ball, passing it back to Easter at the top of the key here. We're seeing the same starting five from Lake Hamilton as it was in the beginning of this game, with Ray trying to drive in over Andrew again, and that one's going to be called a foul.
Yeah, fans are not liking that one. And I am noticing that it looks like the Panthers have also taken a zone defense, and it is working. They're doing the same thing that the Lake Hamilton team is doing here. Not exactly the same. They're not having 3 people on him at once, but they're having 2, and it is working pretty well. Forcing free throws, see if he can make them. He does make that first one. Big fella for them.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that I agree with you, Gavin. It looks like Panthers almost adapted to the defense that Lake Hamilton did and kind of converted it to their own style of defense, and it's working pretty well for them as they are going to be up by 2 points here, 17 Panthers, 15 Wolves, as he makes that second free throw. We've got 3 minutes left in this second quarter. Let's see if they can hold this lead going into the second half. We have Isaac handing it off to Brandon Wilson there, getting it to Parker Gray. Parker Gray is definitely trying to dribble and get into the paint for a nice open 2 as he gets it to the right corner for Max Scott. Back to the right wing for Isaac with a screen from Andrew. He's not going to take it, though, getting it to the left corner for Parker. Andrew is going to have the ball here at the top. He's going to get that to Max Scott. Max is going to drive in and see what he can get. Looks like they're going to call that one a foul.
Yeah, the defense tried to clamp on him, causing a foul.
Yeah, it almost looked like 2 walls closing in on Max Scott as he tried to drive through the 2 defenders. They closed in on him and almost squished him in between them. It's definitely going to be a blocking foul, so Cabot's going to retain that possession with Parker Gray inbounding the ball.
Now, as Parker passes in this ball, as I see Coach trying to tell them they need to screen more, and I could definitely agree. As I see these players already just standing around, they need to screen and get some open shots.
Yeah, definitely needs some movement off ball or something. Looks like Andrew is going to go up with that, trying to go up with the left hand, but that's no good as he doesn't hit the rim. We have Easter driving in for Lake Hamilton with a nice little off the corner of the free throw line jumper for 2. That one's off.
Yeah, elbow shot gone. Elbow shot did not make that for him.
It's Parker Gray wasting no time, driving up the court with a left-hand scoop layup, missing that one once again.
Yeah, that is unlucky. Rolled around the rim, and that's just not even his fault sometimes.
So that's Davenport three-pointer on the right wing, perfectly contested by Max Scott. Looks like the Panthers and the Wolves are fighting for the ball on the floor there. And I believe that the Cabot Panthers are going to have that possession.
Now,
Number 11, Davenport for him, I believe.
Yeah, number 11 shot that there, and doesn't look like that's quite his specialty. That big fella for them did not convert that 3.
Yeah, his jump shot did not, looked a little blocky there, honestly, if you want me to
like
say
a big
that.
fella.
Yeah, you could say that. Looks like we have Colton Bragg subbing in for Andrew, and he is also one of our main scorers as we have a Max Scott three-pointer at the top of the key. He misses that one. Looks like we have Davenport going to have a little travel there as he gets the full court pass from Easter. Took one too many steps before passing the ball.
Yeah, probably didn't know where he was on the court. Walking around, both shoes untied actually, so that might also be a reason. And so we have Isaac Haggerty dribbling up the court and see what he can do.
Yeah, maybe he's just a little uncoordinated tonight for him. His shoes are still untied, but he definitely does have good colorway there, going to be honest. That's Brandon Wilson three-point at the top of the key. He's going to miss that one. With Davenport actually getting that rebound, getting it to Easter.
Now Victor Easter taking his time like always, just walking up the court, thinking he got something going on. Double team. Tries, after wasting all that time, dribbling up the court, passes it, not even close to anybody. I don't even know what he was thinking.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. I'm just not sure what his game plan here is tonight, and I'm not sure what the coach's game plan here is tonight either. I mean, he's just taking his time, looking like he doesn't even want to be on this court. He's just walking very slow, doesn't care about the game at all. And he's just going to throw that ball completely out of bounds as we have the Cabot Panthers, Isaac Haggerty with the ball in the left corner, getting it to Max at the top. Parker Gray on the right wing. And he's going to just absolutely big body Easter in the paint, going up for 2, and that's good.
What a play by him. Getting that shoulder, knocking his player off balance, and hitting a little euro up and under his defender with a wide open layup. That is beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Easter was thinking on defense either. You definitely cannot just leave him open in the paint like that. Looks like Parker is going to swap that pass. Easter tried to get it to Davenport, but it ends up back in Davenport's hands. He tries to get it to Goodall for a 2-point. That one's missed off the top of the backboard.
Now Brandon Wilson will dribble up the score. I don't know what Easter is thinking. It's almost like he's trying to look cool out here, not worrying about basketball.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. He is Isaac showing off those nasty handles once again, like you just said, almost getting by his defender. This court's looking a little slippery, I have to say. Isaac and the last game, some of the girls were slipping as well. I'm not sure what's going on there, but Parker Gray 3-pointer on the left wing, and that's good as well. Right before the buzzer.
Everybody going crazy with a 22-15 lead as we're going into halftime. I'm sure that Panthers are happy for this to happen.
Yeah, and that bench from the Cabot Panthers is just looking as hype as ever. That Panther spirit showing. That was an excellent 3-point shot to get them even a bigger lead coming into the second quarter. We'll see you then. Welcome back to this Panther broadcast. This is Ben Ryder once again as your play-by-play. We've got Gavin Mahoney on your color, and I just want to thank everybody for tuning into this Panther broadcast here on Cabot High School Television. This is a great ball game being played by our Cabot boys. 22 Panthers, 15 Wolves coming into this second half, third quarter. Gavin, what do you think the offensive plan for the Panthers here is going to be? Because as we saw them connecting their three-pointers. Do you think they're going to continue to keep doing that?
I mean, they're just working off whatever Lake Hamilton's defense is. Lake Hamilton keeps their defense. We're going to keep shooting threes, and it's working for us so far with this 7-point lead.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more there, honestly. I mean, the Panthers are really just taking whatever Lake Hamilton is giving them on the defensive end. They're making the perfect reads here as we have Easter, number 0 for Lake Hamilton with the ball, trying to nonchalantly pass it into the paint, and it's going to be kicked off of Parker's foot.
Now, every time he passes it, it doesn't go where he's aiming. I'm going to be honest now.
Yeah, I got to agree with you there. He's just trying to or for him, I guess. But that's going to be Easter once again with the ball. Lake Hamilton retained that possession. Parker Gray is going to be on him here at the top of the key. He's going to get that to number 20, Ray, at the top. It's going to end up back in Easter's hands. Easter is dribbling the ball, not really making anything happen for Lake Hamilton. It's going to end up at Davenport's hands, back to Ray. Ray's going to try to get that to Goodall in the paint, but Andrews says no, sir, and he swats that out of bounds. It's going to be Lake Hamilton's possession still. They've got 8 seconds to make something happen here in the shot clock. I mean, Gavin, do you see how Easter is just wasting their shot clock time here, just really taking his time to not make anything happen for him?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing this game, but it doesn't matter. If you're going to keep doing that, Cabot's going to keep on locking him up.
Yeah, it looks like that's Ray driving in the paint with a nice little shoulder over Andrew. He definitely made something happen there, converting that 2 for him. Looks like Parker is going to have Noah Lyles on him. He's going to try to drive by him with a nice little fake drive, and he will, going into the paint with the left hand, wide open too.
What a good fast break score for him.
And they're going to call that one. They're going to call that one a foul as well. That's an and one shot for Parker. That's great to see.
There we go. We have Parker shooting this free throw. Let's see what he can do with it.
Not sure. Maybe they didn't call a foul.
Looks like everybody's confused. Nobody knows what's going on.
Yeah.
It looks like the point didn't count, but Panthers still have the ball, so not exactly sure.
Okay, point didn't count, but definitely was awesome. And Parker had an amazing layup just now, definitely showing that athleticism, going up and falling to the ground and still converting. Looks like they are going to count the point, actually. It is going to be 24 Panthers, 17 Wolves. They're just not going to count the foul. Maybe it was a flagrant. I believe it was a flagrant on Lake Hamilton, so they are going to get the points, and they are going to retain the possession.
Yeah, the refs are definitely confused, and the Lake Hamilton coach is yelling. I think the flagrant might have been on the Hamilton coach because he's getting yelled at by the refs.
Yeah, and we saw this once before with Cabot. Not too long ago, a few games ago, we saw someone from, I believe it was BB, he had 4 free throws. Actually, I believe it was against Lamar. Someone had 4 free throws because it was a flagrant on the coach, and nobody was really too sure on what that call was. But it looks like we're just having that in a different form here with us Panthers getting the points and retaining the possession. That is great for the Panthers. They have a chance to have a 4-point sequence here. Let's see if Brandon Wilson can convert for us as he drives into the paint. He will decide to pass that out to Raekwon on the right wing as it ends up with Maddox. Back to Parker at the top. He's going to drive in with a nice little up and over. He's going to lose it, though, as Andrew recovers it with a nice right-hand hook into the basket.
Yeah, good reverse there off the pass. That was a little bit low. Scooped that off the ground and scooped it in the rim.
But Andrew just works so well in those uncomfortable situations, and he's going to convert that too for Cabot, making it 26-17. That is going to be a 9-point deficit for Lake Hamilton as Davenport tries to get a right wing 3 there. Parker is going to try to get that defensive rebound, but Easter fights for it, finally showing some hustle. It's going to end up in his hands at the top of the key. He's going to pick his dribble up, pass that to Ray in the paint. It's going to go back to Easter at the top, pump fake. Trying to get it past to Davenport in the paint, and he'll make it, but Davenport is not going to convert with Ray getting another offensive rebound. And he's going to have a little scoop pass to Easter as he's wide open in the paint.
That is a 7 points for Easter, and now it is 26-17, 9-point lead for Cabot. And Brandon Wilson has the ball now.
Brandon Wilson is going to go off that screen from Andrew. It's going to go to Raekwon's hands. It's going to end up to Andrew in the paint. He's going to try to get open, but he won't, so he's going to pass that to the top of the key for Maddox. And it looks like Cabot's offense is just trying to get the best shot that they can get here. It looks like that's going to be swatted out of bounds by Lake Hamilton. Cabot is going to retain that possession. We have number 1, Stecker, subbing in for number 11, Davenport for Lake Hamilton. Cabot is going to keep the same 5, though.
Andrew with the ball here. Pass it to Raekwon. He's on the wing.
Raekwon does have Lyles on him. Raekwon is going to go ahead and drive with that left hand, but he's going to decide to pass that back to the top for Brandon Wilson. Brandon Wilson driving in, trying to maybe get a little bit of a foul call there, but that's not going to work. It's going to be Lake Hamilton's ball.
Now, as I pass him the ball, I am noticing that Lake Hamilton have 3 people on the three-point line, and they have 1 person on the elbow going back and forth, 1 person in the dunker position going back and forth. So that is why we are playing a zone, because they are playing zone offense.
Yeah, and I do notice that, like you said, they do have someone at that dunker's position right there, and that's really hurting them here because Andrew is playing excellent defense on whoever is over there, as we see Stecker attempting a 3-point here and missing that one with Brandon Wilson jumping high to get that rebound.
Now he passed it to Raekwon, and he's dribbling up fast.
We got Maddox passing it to Parker in the left corner. Parker was thinking about taking a 3, but he decided to pass it down to the paint for Andrew with a Raekwon 3-pointer at the top of the key. A little bit of a long-range shot for him, and he will go ahead and miss that one as his shoe falls off. Raekwon has been having some shoe problems this season. This is not the first time he's had some problem with his shoes. He's had some slippery shoes. He's had his shoes fall off multiple times. I mean, it happens. Looks like Lake Hamilton is going to have the offensive possession here with number 1 Stecker passing in the ball for them.
Yeah, they passing the ball here.
It's going to pass that to Ray. It's going to end up in Easter's hands at the top with Brandon Wilson on him. He's once again going to drain a little bit of that shot clock. Not making much happen for him there as he tries to call play action. Looks like he's going to be getting double teamed here at the top by Brandon and Parker. He's going to get that to Ray at the free throw line, and he's going to try to go up and over Andrew, and that'll be good off the box for 2.
Yeah, easy bucket for him. He is one of the big people on the court, so it's going to be an easy shot for him. Now Parker slowing down the offense.
Yes, sir. Parker is a little oversized for Easter here. He's going to pass that to Andrew. He's going to try to have a little spin drive into the paint. It looks like they're going to call an off-ball foul there, I believe. It's going to be Cabot maintaining that offensive possession. They're going to call it pushing.
Yeah, I think that is on Braden Goodell for Lake Hamilton. Parker ended up on the ground. I didn't see the full sequence of what happened.
Looks like they're going to call another foul. Cabot is going to be getting 2 free throws here. I'm not sure who. Excuse me, they're not getting 2 free throws. That's Parker inbounding the ball. It's going to be Andrew getting the inbound there, going up for 2 with strength and size, and he'll convert that.
Easy shot for him every time. When he gets in the paint, it's over for the defense.
Easter driving in over Andrew, trying to get a good shot there, but that's no good. Andrew's just too much of a presence in that paint. It looks like Raekwon just barely stepped out of bounds there, so that's going to be Lake Hamilton's ball.
That is a good press by Easter for Lake Hamilton to force the out of bounds on Cabot.
We have Easter passing in the ball to Lyles here. Lyles is going to run this offense for him here as Easter's in the left corner with Brandon Wilson on him. He's going to see what he can get, passing it back to Lyles at the top. It's going to end up in Stecker's hands on the right, and they're going to try to get this ball in the paint with a Ray jump shot there over Andrew, and that's good for 2.
Now he is pretty consistent when he gets in that mid-range. He looks like he's going to be hot from there.
Parker is going to have Easton on him once again. He's going to try to get by him, but he'll decide to just pass that to Raekwon at the top as it ends up in Maddox's hands. Back to Brandon on the left wing. Brandon spin move in the paint. He's going to go ahead and try to pass that to Parker on the right wing, and he'll get him there with the 3-pointer from Parker, and that one's off just barely. Parker hustling for the offensive rebound, converting it for 2.
That's good Panther hustle. That's what we like to see.
It's amazing Panther hustle from Parker. He put it up, and instead of just holding his release, he saw that he might have missed it and went to hustle for the offensive rebound, and he got rewarded for it greatly, making that a 30-point game for Panthers. It's 30 Panthers, 23 Wolves. We have Ray in the paint trying once again to go over Andrew. Looks like he got a hand on it. That's going to be no good for him.
Yeah, Brandon Wilson dribbling the court, past half court now, taking his time. Andrew setting a screen for him.
Looks like we have Maddox with Stecker on him. Gonna get off the screen from Raekwon, driving into the paint with the left hand. Nice for 2, converting once again.
Now what a good flashy shot from Maddox. He is not one of our primary scorers here for Cabot, but he can do what he needs to do to get a bucket.
Yeah, and he is really doing what he's required to do here tonight, just like you said. He's really filling that role here as a scorer. Looks like we have Lake Hamilton trying to get the ball around, but Parker snatches it from midair with the full court pass to Andrew in the transition. That's good for 2.
Andrew and Parker have a wavelength going on right now. They are interlinked. They are hot right now. Panther is hyped 34-23, up 11. That's what we like to see. Panthers are hot right now.
And also another thing I just want to say, there's 2 minutes and 11 seconds left in this third quarter, and usually by now we would see a lot of the sophomores coming in, such as Peyton Alley or maybe even VZ or Carson Whittle, but we're not seeing them here tonight. We're seeing the same starting 5 almost from the first quarter. Just the only substitution that they've made here tonight was Andrew for Colton Bragg, and that was for a very minuscule amount of time. This starting 5 here is just having amazing team chemistry, and they are just bouncing off of each other. Parker with great offense and great court vision, as well as Andrew with his great defense and scoring capabilities. I mean, what do you think that they could do better on both ends here coming out of this timeout, Gavin?
I mean, they're up double digits. They just got to keep doing what they're doing. Again, they're hot right now. Just keep this streak going. And this, you don't want to sub out the hot hand. And since we have all 5 players a hot hand, we're keeping the same 5 in this game. That's what we like to see.
Yeah, and I mean, I just want to mention the scoring. We have number 5, Parker Gray. And just like we like to say, before he was in the game, while he was on an injury, he has 15 points coming in, and we said that he was one of the leading scorers for Cabot, and we were not joking. He is definitely one of the best players on this team. He is definitely one of the leaders as well. He has a brace on his left ankle, and he has 15 points, shooting amazing from the field. He is an amazing point guard for Cabot here. He's converting all their open looks. He's getting to the line, converting those free throws, getting his open threes, converting those as well as Andrew getting offensive and defensive rebounds for the team, really playing that big role. Great for him. It looks like we have some substitutions for Lake Hamilton here, and we're seeing some of the smaller guards coming in here as we have Goodall putting up for 2 in the paint there.
Now another shot there for number 10.
Looks like we have number 3, Derek Bolton, subbing into this game for him here. It's Maddox with the ball, moving it around, getting it to Raekwon's hands. He has yet to score in this game. He's going to get that to Parker Gray, driving in with a nice little up and over, passing it to Maddox on the right wing, saving the possession from a miss. Parker's going to drive in once again. He's going to go ahead and try to get that over to the left corner. It's going to be snatched away, though, by Noah Lyles. A little bit of a lucky steal there. He's going to be driving in over Raekwon, going to have a little bounce pass to number 3, Bolton. That's going to go to the corner for 23, Everett. Looks like he's going to be pushed out of bounds.
Maddox Jensen for Cabot, my opinion, best defender on the team, forces him out of bounds in that corner rough position. Now we have Colton Bragg, Max Scott, and Isaac Haggerty coming in with Andrew, Parker, and Raekwon subbing out. Gonna get some other people some minutes as we are up a little bit with 1 minute left in this third quarter.
Yeah.
Isaac Haggerty dribbling up fast now.
And I just want to bounce off of what you just said. You said that Maddox is one of the best defenders on this team, and I actually agree with you there. You know, we always see like defensive player of the year in NBA and a lot of stuff like that in high school. The big guys are usually the better defensive players with the blocks and stuff like that. But these small guards can also show their amazing defensive presence on the court with their amazing lateral quickness, their amazing athleticism, jumping high for those rebounds and those offensive rebounds. And Maddox is a really do-it-all type of defensive guy. He can guard almost every position if he really wants to. We have Brandon Wilson on the right wing here. He's going to try to slow down the offense here as they are up by double digits here. And he's going to take a three-pointer there. Just a go-ahead three-pointer. He's going to miss that one, though.
That one is a little off.
We have Easter passing it up full court to Lyles, and it's going to end up back in Easter's hands down to the left wing for Goodall. He's going to try to get that to Bolton, then it'll get to him. Back to Easter at the top, down to the right corner for Lyles. They're really moving this ball around the world here as it ends up in Easter's hands. He's getting double-teamed once again, down to Ray. It's going to be Lyles driving in with the ball, finally making something happen, but just kidding. He's going to pass it out, actually. He's going to try to get it to Bolton, but Ray is going to intercept it, and he's definitely feeling that they need to make something happen there. He's going to go up for 2, and that'll be good.
With Lake Hamilton pressing just like they did the girls' game. We have Brandon Wilson dribbling up the court, getting picked up by number 10. Isaac Haggerty with the ball now. Open man in the corner. Max Scott for 3. There we go. Max Scott.
That's good for 3. Max Scott is shooting 100% from the three-point line here today, and I'm sure he's hyped about that. The Cabot Panthers are just shooting amazing from the field here tonight. They are making little to no mistakes, really playing textbook basketball here, and I just want to talk about Lake Hamilton's scoring here tonight. They have number 20, Ray, his full name, Wyatt Ray. He has 12 points for him tonight, and he is their leading scorer on the court right now, as well as number 0, Victor Easter. And we haven't been seeing a lot from him tonight. Whenever you score, whenever he scores, you almost can't really tell. It's like a blur almost in my memory. But he does have 9 points here. Him and Ray are their leading scorers here. They are also kind of passing the ball to each other. They are like the big and guard duo for Lake Hamilton here tonight. It is going to be 37 Panthers, 27 Wolves coming out of this third quarter. And what do you think that Cabot is going to try to do in this fourth quarter, Gavin?
With still a double-digit lead going into this quarter as well, same as the last, probably a few more open shots couldn't hurt. I mean, to just drag this lead on longer and longer.
Yeah, and I've got to agree with you there. I mean, Cabot really just, even though they're up double digits, they really can't afford to make very many mistakes here. I think they've just got to really get those open looks, take their open shots, take their good shots, take what you practice, and I think they'll be good if they can just hold this lead because they are up double digits. They've got 8 minutes to hold this lead. I'm sure they can hold out for 8 minutes.
Panthers we'll have the ball. Isaac Haggerty's going to be passing it in. And to start this quarter, it is Isaac Haggerty, Brandon Wilson, Maddox, Max Scott, and Colton Bragg.
Yes, sir, and just like I was talking about earlier, usually we see the sophomores and the people who get less minutes playing earlier than they are now, but we are seeing some of them get some playing time as Colton Bragg again and Max Scott and Isaac Haggerty getting some playing time here. Brandon Wilson having the ball on the left wing. Looks like they're going to call a foul on that. Cabot's going to retain possession.
Yeah, it's going to be number 10 for Lake Hamilton getting that foul, and number 10, that is Goodall. Isaac Haggerty passing the ball once again.
Looks like we have a substitution for Lake Hamilton. We've got Goodall subbing out for Davenport. Lake Hamilton really likes to have Wyatt Ray and Davenport on the court at the same time with some double big action in the paint here. We've got Brandon with Easter on him, and Easter is showing a little more hustle here as he's pressing him at the logo, making him pick up his dribble. We've got Maddox driving in, passing it to the left wing for Max. He'll pump fake a three, and then pass it to the top for Isaac. A nice little elbow jumper there. That one's off, just barely. Offensive rebound by Colton Bragg, going up again for two, and that's good.
Good start for Colton Bragg here. We're 1 for 1.
Yeah, and that's great first points from Colton Bragg. He usually converts off the first shot that he takes in almost every game. And this is also one of the first games that his first points made aren't a three-pointer, which is all right. We are already up by a lot. So him getting that two is just going to help us hold this lead here. We've got Lake Hamilton trying to break through Cabot's defense here with a three-pointer in the corner by Bolton, and that's no good.
Rebound by Brandon Wilson. Good defense by Max Scott. We've got Isaac Haggerty dribbling up the court, trying to find open man.
Yeah, it's going to be Brandon Wilson who will get the ball from Isaac Haggerty. Easter is definitely tired of Brandon Wilson just scoring almost at will and getting wide open passes. So he's definitely tired of him doing whatever he wants in this court. He's going to try to stop him there as Isaac Haggerty falls to the floor. I believe it's going to be a foul, and Cabot's going to retain that possession.
And a few plays ago, Lake Hamilton did switch up from their zone that they've been playing the whole game. And since we are up a bunch, they're going back to man. And now every time someone does drive, they clamp on him, and they're causing a foul every time.
Yeah, and we have Parker Gray subbing back in for Maddox Jensen. Parker Gray is our leading scorer here tonight for Cabot Panthers. Let's see if he could maybe have a 20 bomb here. That would be amazing for Cabot if he could have a 20-piece here as he passes it to Brandon Wilson on the left wing. Brandon Wilson's going to pick up his dribble, trying to drive in. There's going to be two defenders in there. Maybe it should have been called a foul, but the ref is going to call a charging foul, I believe.
That's all right. Those can always go 50-50. Charging, blocking, it's just however you play it the best on that flop.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I saw him get to the spot in time to get his feet set, but I'm sure the ref had a better vantage point on that. We have Easter once again getting double teamed by Parker and Isaac. This defensive set that they have going on here is working very well, not allowing any free points as we have a three-pointer from Bolton, and they'll definitely allow him to shoot, but he'll make that three-pointer.
Yeah, good three there. Nothing wrong with him making a few. Now, from the start of this game, with Cabot playing man and Lake Hamilton playing zone, has flip-flopped a little bit here, and it's working pretty well with us with our score being up 9. Isaac Haggerty's dribbling it.
Passing it to the corner for Parker as he goes up for two, and he makes it. He's just converting excellent, shooting excellent from the field tonight. He has 17 points, and he's definitely made more than he's missed. I can say that for 100% certainty. And they're going to go back to this two-man set here on Easter at the top of the key. Lake Hamilton is struggling to break through this defense from Cabot as they're forcing a three-pointer from Davenport in the corner. I'm not sure what the refs are going to call there, but I do not believe that three-pointer is going to be counted. He did make it, though.
Andrew getting ready to sub in as Lake Hamilton passing the ball. We have number 11 for Lake Hamilton. That is Hudson Davenport passing it in. Now we have number 1 for Lake Hamilton subbing for Noah Lyles, and 23 Andrew subbing in for Brandon Wilson.
Not to say anything, but they did count the three-point, and looks like Lake Hamilton is going to retain that possession. And after that, the Lake Hamilton coach walked over to the ref that called it and smiled and gave him a fist bump, and they both started laughing after. I don't want to say anything on that, but, anyway. Looks like we have Wyatt Ray passing it to the left corner for a Stecker three-pointer, and that one's going to be missed.
forcing a bunch of threes, and they're missing a bunch of threes. That's what we like to see from Cabot.
Yeah, and that's great defense from Cabot as Colton Bragg has it at the free throw line, looking like he's way stronger than Davenport as he pushes him just barely and he falls to the ground. He passed it to, I'm not sure he passed it to, I believe he passed it to Max Scott, and then he drove in and had to jump over the defender as we have another three from Davenport, and he's going to make that one.
Yeah, what an athletic player right there. We had Colton Bragg getting his man on the ground with the strength, and then we have Andrew Thompson jumping over the person on the ground for an athletic layup. Now, Isaac Haggerty dribbling, showing off his moves.
Yeah, and on the last play, that was Andrew instead of Max, and Andrew literally had to jump over him to put the ball in the hoop, and he still managed to do it. I mean, Andrew does not crack under pressure. I mean, he could score in any position you put him in, and it's kind of incredible to watch. We're going to have Parker Gray inbounding the ball for Cabot here.
Now, I'm sure I can see the repetitive sequence as every time any player drives for Cabot, they clamp and foul him. I'm not sure if they're even fouling it on purpose, but it is working out for us as we are passing the ball.
It's going to be 43 Panthers, 36 Wolves with 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Andrew is going to fall to the ground, and they're going to call a foul on Lake Hamilton. I believe that is going to be on Stecker.
Now, same thing happened again. Andrew trying to drive, clamped on and fouling him. They can't stop Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers do have 2 fouls in this fourth quarter with Wolves having 4. They are about to be in some heavy foul trouble. Definitely do not want to force the Cabot Panthers to be sent to the free throw line every time. That is bad news for Lake Hamilton because they will definitely convert these free throws, and it's just going to be free points, literally, for the Cabot Panthers. We have the Cabot Panthers moving the ball around here with Isaac Haggerty and Max Scott. It's going to be passed back to Andrew on the right wing. Parker is going to have a nice backdoor cut. It's going to be passed to him by Andrew. Nice vision from Andrew with a free 2-pointer.
Another point for Parker Gray. That is 19. They cannot stop number 5, Parker Gray.
Yeah, Parker Gray is having an amazing game here, and I'm sure, 100% sure, that he will drop a 20 bomb here for him tonight, as that's number 3, Bolton, getting the pass from Easter. That's free 2 points for him there.
Now, as Isaac Haggerty dribbles up the court, I'm sure he wants to score, as he has 0 points and has been in this game a bunch, to see what he can do. Shifty.
Nice little up and over from Isaac, but he misses that one just barely. Looks like Easter has the ball for Lake Hamilton here. Isaac is playing pretty impeccable defense on him there. Forces the behind-the-back pass, and he doesn't make it. Andrew in transition going up for 2 and converting it once again.
Now, at the beginning of this game, I said that Lake Hamilton's defense was really good in the paint. I don't think that he'd be scoring a bunch, but here he is with double-digit points, and I'm sure double-digit rebounds. He's very consistent in these games. They cannot stop Andrew, no team at all.
Oh, yeah, Andrew's whole season has been consistent. I mean, he's just always had almost double-digit points every game and at least a double-double with rebounds every game, and that's just great to see from your big. I mean, that's literally what you would want to see. It looks like Easter had a little bit of a miscommunication. He tried to get it to Stecker, but Stecker had a little backdoor cut into the paint, and so Easter just passed that right out of bounds, and the coach was very upset about that.
Another turnover for him. I would have to assume that's around 5. We don't have the exact stats, but he is not doing good in these passes. Point guard, that is not what you want to see from a point guard.
Yeah, I would definitely have to say he definitely has over 3 because he's just not passing the ball very well for his team here. We have Colton Bragg, 3-pointer on the right wing, and that's good.
Colton Bragg, another 3 for him. He's very consistent, making the 1-3 a game, and I mean, it's all we need from him.
Yeah, and if you're a player like Colton Bragg, if you can get to your spot, get your 1 3-point a game and get your rebounds, that really helps out a team like these Cabot Panthers. Getting a 3-point a game will win some games in some situations. Stecker with a really heavily contested 3. Maddox having perfect defense over him there.
Yeah, I'm sure he just wanted to score. Had the ball, going to take his shot if he gets one.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was the smartest shot here, but he's going to take it anyways. We have Brandon passing it over to Thomas at the top of the key, and Andrew's going to go ahead and hand that out to Gray. Gray's going to have a 3-point on the left wing there. That's good. He has 22 points in this fourth quarter.
Parker Gray with 22, nothing but net. You can hear that swish from here. Beautiful.
That's just beautiful. Textbook basketball from Parker. He is making little to no mistakes in this basketball game. I mean, he's having an amazing game tonight. We're going to see a missed 3-point in the corner from Lake Hamilton. Offensive rebound from Wyatt Ray. Lake Hamilton is going to retain that possession, passing it. It looks like Davenport is going to try to get it to the right for Bolton. It's going to hit the rim, but they're going to retain it anyway with a jumper, 2-point jumper from Ray. He's going to miss that one.
What a game so far for the Panthers. They're slowing it down. 1:30. We are up 53-38. I'm not sure if this is even possible for Lake Hamilton to come back.
Yeah, and this is just Looks like Andrew's going to try to go up for 2, and that's going to be a foul. But what I was saying is this is just, I'm sure this is putting a smile on everyone in this arena's face, well, except for the visitors. But this is a great game for the Cabot Panthers. It's 53 Panthers, 38 Wolves with a minute and 23 left in the fourth quarter. Parker, Andrew, Maddox, Brandon Wilson, and Colton Bragg, just having an amazing game here tonight. And the Panthers are definitely not regretting keeping this starting 5 in here for them because they have just been playing amazingly together. They have made little to no mistakes. This is great teammate chemistry, showing that Panther spirit as we have Andrew making that first free throw for him. We also have some substitutions for Lake Hamilton with Easter subbing out for number 23. It's going to be Everett. As well as we have Lyles subbing back in. And we have Trip Bailey. We haven't seen him in the game yet, but he's going to sub in for him there. It's 44 for Lake Hamilton, Trip Bailey.
Andrew shooting his free throws here. Makes that one. That makes it 55-38. Andrew subbing out now.
Looks like Lake Hamilton is going to slow this offense down. They're going to try to get it moved around the three-point line. Noah is going to try to get that to number 23, Everett, but he cannot get 2 hands on the ball. Everett is definitely the smallest player on the court, listed at only a 5'6", but I don't know if that's correct. He might be a little shorter than 5'6", but they also have number 14 subbing in for Everett. We haven't seen him in the game yet at all. That's Trey Esterling.
Now we have the full Panther roster subbing out. And we have number 11 for Cabot, that is Jake Veazey. We got Peyton Alley. Number 33 for Cabot is Zach Ambler. Carson Woodall is also out there. He has the ball right now.
We also have Stratton Young in the game for us. We have a full roster of sophomores in. Peyton Alley is a junior. And looks like they are going to convert that three-pointer there. I'm not sure who shot it. I couldn't quite see it. Looks like Lake Hamilton is going to try to speed up the offense there as number 33 for Cabot tries to get a steal. Looks like they're going to recover that ball, though, and they're going to miss that shot.
Yep, and that's an air ball by number 11 for Lake Hamilton. Coach over there stressing, but it's okay. We have, again, number 11 for Cabot is Jake Veazey getting some minutes in with this blowout game for Cabot.
Yeah, and this is just an amazing display from Cabot. I mean, subbing in the sophomores to get some minutes as we have a Stratton Young three-pointer on the right wing. He misses that one off the back iron just barely. We have Lake Hamilton pushing the floor for him here. That's number 10. It's number 10 for him, Goodall. And looks like they are going to get a charging foul. That's number 13 for Cabot. That's Carson Woodall. He is really putting his body on the line here with this last 15 seconds up in the fourth quarter. Cabot is going to get another offensive possession.
Now, I'm sure these players out here for Cabot are wanting to score, not getting a whole bunch of PT. And let's see if we can get 60 this game. It's 58-38, 10 seconds left of the game. I'm sure this is going to be the last possession.
Yeah, and maybe VZ is going to show a little bit of that sportsmanship and not try to score and just dribble the rest of that shot clock out. And once again, this was just an amazing game for the Cabot Panthers. 20-point blowout. So we have Woodall taking a little last shot there. He's going to miss that one, though. The crowd is upset about that. But once again, I just want to say Parker with a breakout game. Parker Gray, breakout game. Andrew Thomas having an amazing game. And the whole starting 5 staying in for that long. And the stamina conservation that they had to be able to play that hard for that long the whole game is just amazing.
Now, thank you for tuning in. I am Gavin Mahoney doing your color, and Ben Ryder doing the play-by-play. Come back tomorrow for the girls' game. It's going to be at 2:40 versus Bay, and then guys' game following right after against Joe T. Robinson.
We'll see you there for another Cabot Classic.